I read the book Vixen by Gillian Larkin. She wrote the book because when she was a child, she was exposed to the 1920s and flappers through Julie Andrews and Carol Channing movies, and now she lives in New York City and continues to write the books of the Vixen series. Gloria is a goody-good 17-year-old girl who has everything that she could ever want at the tip of her fingers. She's young, she's beautiful, she's smart, and she's rich. She's also engaged to the son of one of the most powerful men in Chicago. But she feels like something is missing from her life, so she starts sneaking out to the Green Mill Club in Chicago. In this club, it's not only known for its underage drinking, it's known for its jazz music, its interracial relationships, and the clientele of mobsters, gangsters, and flappers. As she starts seeing this lifestyle more and more, she begins to want it. She sees the chance to become a real true flapper when the lead singer of the band gets fired. She decides to try out and she gets the gig. And as she has to practice more and more and sneak out more and more and lie to her, not only her fiancé, but her parents too, she has to decide between if she wants her dream or her parents' dream. My personal interpretation of the title is that it was named Vixen because in the 1920s, Vixen meant a foxy person or a flirt, and that word was often used to describe flappers, and since the book is mainly focused on flappers, that's why it's called Vixen. I'm giving this book 4 out of 5 stars because it has a good plot and a good conflict and overall a good story. The only problem is sometimes she drags on situations too long to the point where the book gets boring and you lose interest in it. And also, some of her wording can be too complicated and some of it can be too simple where your mind just wanders. In the book, Gloria's situation can be related to a real teenage girl's life because all her choices are being made for her and she has no say or no freedom whatsoever just because she's under the age of 18. Also, Clara, Gloria's cousin's situation can also be related to anyone's life because she's running from the mistakes that she's made in her past and they might just catch up to her. I think that most people who would read this book would be teenage girls because they can relate to the situations and the problems that the main characters face. Like how Gloria just wants to make her own decisions and have freedom, how Clara just wants to forget her past and move on and become a new person, and Lorraine, her best friend, is pushing her away and with keeping secrets about everything, and the one guy that she does want would not want her back. My first quote is an example of irony because it's a quote from when Gloria is sitting in the Green Mill for the first time and she thinks to herself, "It was strange to think that just a few months ago I would have been disgusted at the very thought of sitting here, and yet here I am enjoying myself to no limit." My second quote is an example personification from the night when Clara and Marcus went out to dinner and she says, "Everything about this night seemed to be speaking to me, from the silverware smiling at me to the moon singing a song."